Hey guys, I'm going to be explaining for you how to use the Family Echo website to create your family tree. It's very easy to use, but I'm just going to go through the important information that you need to know for your assignment. So here, once you go onto the task sheet and you click on the URL or you type in familyecho.com, this is what you will see. So start your family tree by entering your name on the left. Here we go. So I'm going to put in Ben, Russell, put my gender, birth dates. Now it's important for the people on your family tree to have birth dates. So again, if I go back here, include birth and death dates or years on family tree. And that's also included in the rubric at 1.2.2. So very important that you include those birth dates and death dates. And just so you know, if I was not living, or if you get to grandparents or great grandparents and they've passed away, then you can unclick this person is living, and it will give you the option to put in death dates as well. So I'm definitely here, definitely living, so I'll do that. Okay. Now, from here, I have the option to add relatives. So I can add parents, add partners, add brothers or sisters, add children. I'm going to add parents. So here it comes up with mother of Ben and father of Ben. So it starts off, you can see based on the thick line that it is focusing on mother of Ben, and it says it up here as well. I'm going to type in my mother's name, birth date. Now this is a test to see if you all know your parents' birth dates, which you absolutely should. 1960. This person is living. Great. Father of Ben, Andrew Russell, 3rd of September, 1958. Okay. Now, I'll show you the key of what the different things mean. So blue is male, pink is female. If you identify as other, because there is that option to identify as other, then it will come up as a white square. Thick lines, such as there, show partners. So I haven't actually edited it yet, but my dad remarried and had another son, so that thick line would turn into a thin line, and it would have a thick line for his new partner. But that indicates current or uh, uh, current partners or partners when they passed away for previous generations. So this is what it looks like: daughter, son, mother, father. You can see the different generations. Dotted lines lead to more on the family tree. I'll explain that in a moment because I actually have done one previously that I'll show you. And deceased are faded, so they're grey when you click that that they are no longer living. So from here, there's my mum. I can choose to include information about partners. I can put contact information if I chose to share this with her. Biographical information. We do not want you using the biographical information as for your biographies. You're going to write separate biographies in paragraphs. The biographical information is more about birthplace, profession. It's not the sort of biography that we're looking for, so don't worry about that. Now I can again add parents. I can input my grandparent. This is now my grandparent, so I can put their names, birth dates. They have both passed away, so I could click that. You'll see it's gone faded or grey, and I can put death dates as well. Anyway, that is how you do the family tree. When it comes time to share it with us, you would click print, and you can download as a PDF. In order to do that, though, you must have an account. So you'll see here it says family not saved. To save family, add photos, share, and download, you need to sign in. So I'm going to sign in. I have already made an account, but you will need to choose a username, create a password. It'll know your name based on the family tree. and you'll put your email here as well. So use your school email. Now I'm just going to log in so that I can show you my one that I prepared earlier. So let me just go to my account and I'm going to view my previous family tree. So view. So here's one I prepared earlier. I'm still working on it, but you can see here is my generation. There's me and my brother, my cousins on my dad's side, my cousin on my mum's side. There is my parents' generation. So we've got aunt, uncle, uncle who passed away, parents, stepmother, my aunts and uncles on my dad's side. The next level up is grandparents, so of my grandparents' generation. Then we've got great grandparents and great great grandparents. Now, if I show you the key again, remember dotted lines lead to more. So here are some dotted lines. So if I click on my grandmother, it will show you information about her siblings, and even more information about like my great grandmother's brother, for instance. Um, so anyway, that is what it will eventually look like when you when it comes time for you to print or download and save it. You'll click print, download PDF, and it's just opening up. Here we are. So this is what it will look like once you've finished. Um, Now you'll notice that I haven't got birth dates and death dates for my dad's side of the family. I'm working on it. That I would not submit it at this stage because I have not yet got those birth dates and death dates in. So that's what your family tree might look something like. It's fairly easy to use. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your cultural elective teacher. It's actually very interesting and informative and fun to create your family tree and find out a little bit more about your family history. I know I've been enjoying it quite a lot to look back at my family history and start creating this family tree. So have fun with it, and we can't wait to see what you come up with. So happy researching and see you soon. Bye.